I want to share how I went from not loving my job to truly loving what I do. And it wasn't because I changed jobs, it was because I changed my mindset. When I first trained as a chaplain, I trained in the hospital and I loved it. That was my preference, and I assumed that's where I would continue working. But after training, that door didn't open. So instead, the door opened into hospice chaplaincy. And if I'm being honest, I really didn't like it at first. I struggled with the structure and I served a lot of patients who couldn't talk, and that was a challenge for me. And so I found myself comparing this to my previous experience and focusing on the past. I complained, I murmured, and I kept looking back. Then I heard something that shifted everything. Looking back keeps you stuck. I realized that I wasn't present where God had placed me because my heart was still attached to a season that He had already closed. So I began to pray, not for a new job, I'd already done that, but for a new perspective. I asked God to clarify my purpose and how He wanted me to grow. And once I got clarity, everything changed. Over time, I grew, not only as a chaplain, but I also grew into the role as a grief counselor. And I genuinely came to love what I do. So here's what I learned: mindset is everything. How we view our life and our assignment determines how we show up. Romans 8:6 says, the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. And so when I stopped allowing frustration and comparison to govern my thinking and allow God's word to lead me, things began to change. Now, my job isn't perfect, but I love serving, supporting, praying for, and walking alongside others when they need it most. It's my privilege. So if God has you in a place you didn't expect to be, don't just ask when will it change. Ask what God is doing in you and how He wants you to grow in that situation. So if this has been a blessing to you, like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more faith building encouragement.